Welcome to Women in the Arena podcast, the podcast celebrating women doing extraordinary things in plain sight. I'm your host, Audra Egan, and our mission is to elevate the value, strength, and resilience each woman brings to the world. Without further delay, let's go ahead and start the show. Hey everyone, welcome to our new segment of Catch Up, where we revisit our guests, find out what they've been up to, and see what new and exciting things they've got going on. This is a fast-paced show, so if you only have 10 minutes, this is perfect for you. So without further delay, let's go ahead and roll it. Hi, Samantha. How are you?
I'm so good. It's so nice to see you again.
It is so nice to talk to you, and we wanted to catch up with you and see what you have been doing in the last year. When you were on our show, I think it was fall of 2020 was when you were on the show, and you gave us an insight as to how you started your business and how it had to change because of the pandemic. And, there was lots of stuff up in the air, but you've got a lot of fun things going on right now. So what's been going on in your world for the last 12 months?
Oh, yeah, crazy. It's been a year. I feel like I left off with you just saying how my, in-service, in-person tastings transformed into this virtual movement of clients across the globe, which has been so epic for my brand. And flash forward a year later, I built up a actual wine club membership. That's always been a long time goal of me. I always thought to have a wine club, I have to have a wine, right? So I always felt like I couldn't do it and it wouldn't make sense. But then after brainstorm sessions with my little team, we figured out we could be our own style wine club. So basically, we take in anyone and everyone, again, across the globe, and it's all about those interactive tasting experiences every month and a general wine community. So we have our own app platform where you could ask the Pocket Somm, which is me, questions at any time, like, what do I pair with my dinner tonight? They have this end-all access to that. They have other people in the community to talk with. They've already built friendships, half of them are going on a trip together. Without me, everyone's built friendships. There's 200 plus people. It's amazing. In less than 3 months, the club started in November and it's been growing by the week, which has been awesome. And my partnered wine shop, he's great. And we always curate different fun wine lineups. So it's just this amazing platform and community for winos to just get together and have fun and do what we love and learn and always be enjoying and experiencing something different, pandemic or not. I think it's just going to keep growing and be this great resource for people to socialize and not feel like they have to wait to do that and meet new people. And what's been really great too is having the wine club has inspired me more to get going on what could be my own wine label. And those that don't know how to start a wine label or what goes into it, it's a lot. There's a lot of steps, which is why throughout the years, anytime someone asks me, why don't you do your own wine? Why don't you do your own wine? I'm like, do you want to invest and do one for me? Because it's a lot of money and a lot of licensing and a lot of work. But it must have been the right time because my path crossed back with a old brand mentoring client, actually. I helped her with her business, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And we were just DMing on Instagram and just talking about how cool it would be. And I was like, wait, are you serious? You really want to do one? And she's like, yeah, I just never knew who to work with. I was like, same. And we hopped on a call. So now it makes sense. She's the winemaker / business side of the wine. I'm the somm, service base. So it's this perfect match where, we came together and created this, what's going to be FAF Wine Co., launching hopefully this spring, a sparkling brut rosé grown out of Sonoma. And we're working really hard to bring that to life for not just the wine club members, but everyone. And faff means fuss in British slang. Like, I don't know if you watch the British baking show, but they say, don't make a faff about it. And Ella was like, came up with it because she like loves the British baking show. She's like, do you like that? And I was like, I like it because London, England has a really special place in my heart because that's where I met my husband. I love England. Like, I would live in London. So the fact that like my brand is like a British slang term, I'm like, I love that. And it also ties into our overall approach of keeping wine not stuffy, right? Fun and approachable. So no fuss, no stuff. That's where faff came from. And the branding and everything is just so fun and feminine and kind of sassy. You know, if you look at our Instagram, like, we're just having fun and just want it to be an extension of the Samsung platform that I created. And yeah, those are two major things that have taken over my main schedule. I feel like I'm either working on Wine Club or working on the label, and then I still do my private tastings. I'm booked for private tastings every day. Very thankful for that. But a lot of my private tasting clients have turned into my Wine Club members to get all those benefits of that. So it's been really cool and nice to just see that loyalty that I've built up in such a short time is really incredible.
You've been busy. I mean, that's amazing. So, first of all, we'll talk about Wine Club. For those that have never done a virtual tasting, I encourage you all to do it because Samantha did the virtual wine tasting for my 50th birthday. It was amazing. No one left sober, which means it was a really good party.
Love it.
And we had so much fun. So much fun. We laughed a lot. We just enjoyed each other's company. We enjoyed Samantha's company. And it didn't even matter that she wasn't physically with us because it felt like she was. So it was super fun. So the Wine Club, you get to do that every month, basically. So you get to hang out with 200 of your closest friends and talk about wine and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely makes it like more. The goal was to be able to like say, you know, you got together for your 50th with your girlfriends, which was awesome. They came over. The Wine Club's great if like you just want to join in solo, or you have a friend who lives in New York and you want to make a plan to like see them for happy hour once a month. Like, I have a lot of friends spread out that join the club and they have a reason to get together, you know, without making it a once a year thing. So I like that it's just keeping the fun and like, honestly, I see it as self-care, you know, in a way. It's like prioritizing fun for you, you know, throughout the month and not always waiting for something to happen, you know. And I really think that kind of goes into what you were saying, like a lot could happen in a year, a lot could happen in a month, you know. So yeah, love for you guys to check it out. All the details are on my website.
And let's talk about the wine. I am so thrilled that you started with bubbles.
It's like, so yummy too. I'm like dying for people to be able to try it. I'm sure I said this on our last call. Porch pounder is a term I use a lot, which means a very approachable, light-bodied, you know, lower alcohol wine that you could just see yourself like crushing out by the porch, by the pool, you know, on a hot day, especially being in Arizona, you know, sparkling wine, bubbles, pink bubbles. I always say, like, if you don't like pink bubbles, like, who are you, you know? So it's so fun. It's so delicious. It's kind of like, it's dry, you know, but fruity. So you get all those like beautiful strawberries and cherries and melon. Has a little bit of like a floral component. I love the low alcohol too, because then it makes it fun to drink a lot of it, you know, start in the morning, have a breakfast, you know, bottle of Faff. But yeah, it's really good. And the kind of the goal with the label of Faff is treating it long term as an umbrella. So it's like, you know, this time it's, you know, when in doubt, bubbles coming out, you know, then we're going to launch, maybe it's going to be a white wine, you know, and move into like a red, and just kind of have the ability to work with different winemakers and styles and create it all under this one brand of Faff with the same goal in mind. Quality, you know, delicious, affordable wine is what we're really working towards. So that's important to us.
And a label that is, you know, consistent with your entire theme of your business, which is don't take yourself too seriously and enjoy yourself. It's not a stuffy thing. It's a fun thing.
Exactly. And I love seeing, a lot of other women-owned wine brands in the community having a similar approach, just having fun with it. Like, obviously, the goal is to make good wine, make sure it's quality. But then the next fun part is creating that experience and that atmosphere for people. So what's great about the wine club is the wine hasn't launched yet, but we've already built this community, so when it does, we're all going to get to enjoy it together and even build more, into the club. It's just so much more than a wine label, than a wine club. It's a wino community, a wine enthusiast community that doesn't take themselves too seriously, just wants to make friends, have a good time. And of course, they love the aspect of learning about new wines, of course. So got to factor in, you're drinking, you're having fun, but we're learning too at the same time. So that's always a good little reminder to add in to it as well.
Well, I can tell you that I'm sure I learned something. I don't remember a whole lot about it.
You had a good time. That's all that I care about.
Yes, we had a good time. So if there are others out there that want to either have you as their sommelier for the evening or join the wine club or even learn about the upcoming label, where do they find you?
I feel like my end-all be-all resource is Instagram and website. So keep it easy. Website, SamanthaSommelier.com. That's where you could book any services, join the wine club, contact me. Instagram, Samantha Sommelier. If you want to just start off as a follower and see what my vibe is all about, I embrace, DMs and inquiries and any wine questions that you have. So I'd love to see you a part of that platform and hopefully book a tasting with me in the future.
So make sure everybody, you go check her out. Go check her out on Instagram. I promise you that you won't regret it because she's funny. She shows stories with her dog and her husband. She's a good time, and she's a girl that you can hang out with. So please go and see her Instagram, her website, and we will be anxiously waiting for the release of the pink bubbles.
Trust me, same. Yeah, I will be shouting it from a rooftop when it's finally live. So you'll definitely be the first to know.
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to catch up with us. We always look forward to talking to you and sharing your adventures in wine.
Thank you so much for having me. Always a pleasure, Audra.
It is always our pleasure. And thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
This is just the beginning.
That's our show. I am so grateful for each and every one of you and your unwavering support and your continued belief in this movement that has become much bigger than me, much bigger than just a podcast. It has become this forward momentum that we are all doing together. If you are ready, or you know somebody that is ready to tell your story and share your value with the world, please connect with me. You can reach me at audra@womeninthearena.net. I am so honored and thankful that you will share your story with me, and I'll make sure that it is well taken care of. I will never stop thanking each and every one of you, and I cannot wait to talk to you again next week as we share another woman's story and we celebrate her doing extraordinary things in plain sight. We'll see you next time.